ball rolling here.
Sure.
Halfway point SEC schedule. What kind of job do you think your guys do as far as keeping it focused on the next game and not, worry about what's ahead, what needs to be done, et cetera, et cetera?
I think our guys are doing a really good job of that. I think they've been bought into that since our first game. Continue to experience the process and move on to the next play, next play mentality. And for us, the next play the last couple of days has been that next film session, that next practice, the next drill and practice, drill to drill, play to play. So our guys have had although we're a very young team, we've had a mature approach that we're proud of. So we got better today.
I know I asked you, I think it might have been after the South Carolina win, if that was a must-win, even though some of your players were saying that, you said it was not.
Yeah.
As far as this week goes, I don't want to say a must-win week, but how important is this week coming up? You got some home games that you need to take care of.
Yeah, it's important that we play well and we continue to get better. And if we do those things, if we continue to play really well at home, it'll put us in a position to potentially have success. But we won't talk about that final score to the last couple of rounds of the game. We want to get off to a good start. We'll have a really good shoot around tomorrow. But we play really hard. We have a lot of fun. We play with a lot of passion. We play connected when we're at home in the stick. And it's an elite home court advantage now, like the rest of our league. And we've been elite at home. We're 12-1 with only one loss to the number one team in the country by a couple points. So does that mean that we have success tomorrow? It's a factor, but more importantly, I think it helps. Our fans have helped us play well and play hard and play with pride. And our fans have been loud at home. And generally speaking, teams throughout college basketball play better at home. We certainly do. But we've got to play well to beat a good LSU team.
Go ahead. Who are you looking to step up defensively in order to defend that LSU backcourt with Carter and Sears?
We've got 5 guys that we're playing pretty consistently in the backcourt, and all of them have had positive moments in league play defensively, and all of them have stuff we got to continue to work on. But Silas would be the first guy that comes to mind, Tyron Lawrence. Dakota's been really good the last couple of days defensively. We've just all got to continue to get better and compete. But it starts with those guys, as you mentioned, with their backcourt, with Carter and Sears. Those 2 guys are a handful.
Going back to being halfway through SEC play, what do you like that you've seen through 9 games, or what do you need to see improvement on?
The character of our guys, the resilience of our guys, the work ethic, the consistency. We talk about process a lot, and these guys have embraced that. They enjoy playing with one another. For the most part, we've been really good defensively coming off a game where in the second half we weren't very good defensively. The number 1 offense in the country had a lot to do with that. But for the most part, in league, non-conference, we've been a high-level defensive team that's overcome some live ball turnovers a lot, and that number's getting a little bit better as of late. Hopefully it continues to trend in that direction. But despite us throwing the ball to the other team at times and allowing them to get out in transition with numbers, our defensive numbers speak for themselves. They're really, really high. Offensive rebounding has been really good for us, attacking the rim, drawing fouls, are areas, strengths for us. Defensive rebounding has really hurt us in league play, just in league play especially. Our numbers continue to decrease in trying to block out some of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country at the same time. So that's another point of emphasis for us right now.
Ace having a kind of a tough stretch from 3 recently. Is there any instructions you give him in terms of when to shoot, when not to shoot?
Yeah, for the most part, that stuff started in June, and then we revisited some of those conversations and those points of emphasis through film and individual film, team film practices. He's taken really good ones, and he's got a good stroke. But we're also asking a true freshman to bang on the offensive glass and on the defensive glass, and ball screen coverage at 25 feet, and sprint back in transition, and sprint the ball screen. We're asking him to do a ton of things. It's not like he's walking into a wide open 3 with other future pros around him like he was a year ago in high school. In high school, the game's a little bit easier for him. He's playing against some of the best defenses in the country. It's the best defensive league, arguably, in the history of college basketball. He'll continue to shoot good ones, and he'll make some.
Saturday night, you were talking about harping on free throws this week. What's kind of the message been as you try to see that improve?
changed up some of the drill work we're doing with free throws the past couple days. We'll continue to tinker with that stuff. Started talking about it a lot more, so it's beyond being mental for us. Like it's a challenge now. Like, guys, we have to make free throws to win in the SEC, and you know, we've struggled. You know, we've struggled at the 3-point line and at the foul line, but our guys are working at it and shot it pretty well today. Hopefully that carries over.
Is that something you're starting to see vocal leaders, players talk about more as well?
Not a bunch, because you know we've got a couple guys that shoot it really well. I think that they're just kind of staying in their lane and focusing on their free throw percentage right now.
You talk about LSU's backcourt. What else
Yeah.
sort of stands out to you about that?
Their speed, really fast, long, athletic, deep team. But those two guards are really fast, and all of their front court guys. It could be the fastest front court in our league. Changing ends, you know, rim running and early ball screen dives and deep post ups, and they're hard to block out. The way they defend the rim, their ability to block shots. I mean, it's an athletic, talented team, and you know, Matt and the staff do a good job. I mean, those guards, they put them in space. They can go get baskets, and they attack the glass, and they defend at a really high level like the rest of the SEC.
We'll have a chance to talk to Silas in a few minutes. Where do you feel like you've seen the most growth from him going through his second season playing SEC?
His maturity, his consistency, his resilience, his ability, that respond word that we've used a lot, right? He epitomizes that a bunch. You know, he models that for his teammates. He's a mature sophomore. We need him to play like a junior, like a senior, and he got some valuable experience late last year, and really throughout the year, starting as a freshman. And you know, it seems like he's been here for a while now. It's only, you know, a year and a half. He's got plenty of basketball in his sophomore year to be played, but just continues to grow emotionally, mentally. And we had a good conversation today. You know, he's just like everyone else. You know, we've got a lot of area for improvement, and he is a guy that we lean on for a lot of different things, and in a lot of different ways. And so he's a guy that's continuing to learn how to be as a point guard at this level, and for the rest of his career be an extension of the staff. You know, we need him to continue to grow in those areas, but he obviously has done that immensely since his freshman year.